Speaking of great TV shows, Squid Games, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Uh,
one.
what's it called? You told me to watch it. I I was reluctant to watch it, but the fact that I seen how like viral it was becoming, I knew that I had to give my input on it regardless. Like eventually, it was something that I had to talk about, so I binge watched the whole show. What did you uh, what did you think about Squid Games?
So I thought the show was pretty good. I'm a big fan of like game type shows where people have to kind of like risk their lives in order to reach a certain goal. I don't know why I'm always interested in stuff like that. There's another show that's like Squid Game called Alice in Borderland, which I don't know why it didn't go viral as well, but like it's pretty much the same concept. Like I liked it because it's like yo, it's the excitement of like who's gonna be able to survive these games, like these little childish games that the organization presents to the characters and stuff like that, and it's kind of crazy because you it kind of talks about things that like people why people do certain things like crazy things like when they entered the game at first I was like all right, they didn't really know what they were going through, but like this show was basically showing you like people sometimes get so desperate to the point that they're willing to risk their own lives just to get the life that they always wanted, you know what I mean?
Oh, the yeah, one of the bigger concepts I realized about the show was just it was basically like talking about society and social constructs and shit. Like most of the people in that were in debt and like in the upper lower class of people,
Hmm.
and the people who were watching were in the higher class. So it's just like it's kind of like real life type shit. Like it just makes
Hmm.
sense why people gravitated towards it.
And it also makes me wonder, like, yo, it's like, is this really going on right now? Like, are rich people really doing some sick, twisted shit like this? You know what I mean?
I believe it. Yeah, yeah. It's not
I think it's possible, though. I think it is possible. So shit like this is actually happening.
100%. Um, so when I watched the series, overall, I think it is good TV, like good TV. I don't know how much it would have fared if it was weekly versus the
Hmm.
fact that you could binge it.
Yeah.
And I still, even after watching the show, I don't know why this specific show went so viral.
Yeah,
I,
that's what I'm saying.
I feel like the overall the best part. I feel like what people gravitated towards more how the director what how he was directing, like certain shots were really good, really great, and the actors. I feel like the actors and the director were the two main components of what really made this show so great, because I feel like regardless, the concept is something we've seen before, you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
um certain things that happen in the show is familiar, but I feel like the actors specifically and the director and the shots that they used were really great.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's not like it's a negative or anything, but I think that this can propel Japanese TV to be more universal and worldwide, like you know what I mean, like, which I feel like is a good thing overall.
So I don't know if it's Korean or Japanese, but like I feel like their production is like totally different from the West. So like I think I think on the luck of it being like Korean or Japanese film in the way how they film those type of movies, because I feel like the right person said, "Oh, Squid Game's a fire show." You know what I mean? And then people are not used to because I'm used to those type of films because I watch K dramas and shit like that. And when I watched it, it's no different from a lot of them. But they have this unique way of acting and showing portraying emotions that I feel like the West doesn't portray in the similar way. And I feel like when people were introduced to that on Netflix, I feel like for it being on Netflix and it was able to get across to a lot of people in the West, it kind of opened the door. Like, yo, like Korean films are fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's really giving it its side. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People are not getting used to that type of filming because we're so used to the way how we film movies and stuff like that and shows.
So, after binging the series, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, what's it called? The series overall goes kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like it really starts really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first couple of episodes are really good, and then towards the end it's kind of like okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like some of the twists didn't really stick the landing. Like finding out the brother was the headmaster, the front.
I kind of assumed that one.
I don't know if it's because I'm racist, but like
Who said that?
when he took the mask off, I was like, am I supposed to know who this nigga is? like I really.
Nah, you weren't supposed to know. You weren't
like,
supposed to know who that was.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not like we see a picture of the brother. So, and he's not like before he died. The officer, he was like, brother. Like he didn't say anything. So I'm looking at it like, okay, like he just took his mask off, and I feel like also, which goes back to I don't know if I'm racist or not, but some of the characters I feel like look too similar. I feel like not look too similar. I feel like people didn't have too like
unique personalities.
Unique, even like visual wise, except for like the three or the Indian dude, the three main dude, the two dudes and the girl, and the annoying chick and the nigga with the snake mask, the snake shit. I feel like some of them, the rest of them were just kind of just, oh, he died. Oh shit, that's crazy. Like,
there were definitely some side characters made specifically just to die out a little bit, just to cause more like effect, to show that like, oh, they're in danger still. You know what I mean? The only people that I think who have like a unique sense of character would be probably the girl and
the main character.
I don't really find him really that. I feel like he's just a regular dude.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just a regular lucky stupid dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the girl is probably the most interesting character out of all of them.
No, she was the standout, which makes sense why she's the most followed person on Instagram, like from across the seas or whatever. Some shit like that.
Yeah, I personally think that the show was good, and I see what you were saying where it was going up and then it's coming down. I feel like it went up and it came down to a certain plateau and it's
stagnant.
It's stagnant. Yeah. I don't really see why. Like I could see the way how like the last episode ended. I can totally see the show ending like that because I don't really see what they're gonna do with season 2, which is why I'm kind of interested. But at the same time, like I'm like he probably should have ended it off because it's like, what more could this man do to a whole organization? Like, what he's gonna enter a Squid Game and then what he's gonna do what the officer did?
In my opinion, I have no interest in watching season 2.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it was a good show. I'll give it like I personally give it like an 8 for a rating. Mm-hmm. But I don't see like what the purpose would be of a season 2. Like how would they really portray that?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like I can see the purpose of a season 2, but the questions they left for us to find out, like, oh, why is the brother the front man, or what happened, like the old man or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like all the questions that they left behind to continue on to season 2, I don't care about. Like the nigga, the main character going back to fight those niggas. It's like, how much do you really think you could do? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think all the twists and turns of the first season were the main reason why people liked it so much. Like, even though throughout watching the show, I knew who was gonna die and who wasn't. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I
The,
feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like the only the only moment where you feel some type of real emotion is well, me, that I felt some real emotion was the old man. Like, I felt like, okay, this old man is a real good guy. Like, he's about to die, so of course he's having fun or whatever. And then at the end, you find out that he was the the leader, and it's just like, bro, you just that one seedling of feeling that I had towards this whole show was
yeah,
just gone.
yeah,
And it's kind of like because I did watch some certain episodes again, and it was kind of like the whole show they're talking about it being fair. How is it fair that even though he doesn't know the game, they're not gonna let him die because he's the head nigga. So how are they talking about fairness? The main thing is like, yo, fair, everything's fair, but it's really not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's really not. Like, and I just feel like, so what happens if he died in the green light, red light? Like, what would have happened? They would have stopped the game? Like there was just a lot of questions that it's just kind of like, I don't care anymore.
The question I was having is like, would he have really been killed if he really messed up? And you would never know that because he pulled out when the games were getting too serious.
Exactly.
And then another thing the reason why I feel like there shouldn't be a season 2, even though like there are some questions left behind, I feel like the overall message of the show was already given out kind of by the end.
Literally.
Like, you know what I mean?
Everything you needed to see out of the show, I feel like you got.
Yeah, like, why are they doing what they're doing? Like, it was the overall message of the show was like, yo, like,
society. It was
society. Yeah. Like, when you're rich, you're not gonna be happy if you're too rich. You're not gonna be happy if you're too poor. It's like, it's all about trying to find a balance of basically happiness. You know what I mean? Whether you're poor or rich, like, you're gonna reach a point of like sadness at some point. Like, the guy, he even said himself, like, him and the other people on the board are just bored out of their damn minds because they literally can do anything they want. And like, this is something that's hard for them to get. So it's like, okay. And then he reached the point where like that shit was becoming so fucking boring to him, to the point where he like maybe if I actually participate, like, I can get a new form of like experience in life that would bring some like joy into myself. Yeah.
So have you seen the movie Parasite?
I still haven't seen that. I gotta watch it.
So while watching the show, they're both super similar when it comes to like the themes of the movies and the shows. I personally feel like Parasite pulls it off way better than this show. So, and like, just reevaluating the show or whatever, I just feel like watching the movie Parasite, you really, throughout the whole movie Parasite, it's not spoilers, it's just kind of like a thing. It's like, you don't really know who's the bad guy. You don't know who's the villain. And I feel like with this show, they kind of just, even though you do feel bad for the old man, it's kind of like, you're an asshole. Like,
yeah, he basically still an asshole. Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, and even with the main character, it's like, niggas is like, yo, he's such a good guy. It's just like, nah, he's not. Like, he's not. Like, it's not like, what, I'm supposed to care about him because his mom died. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's still a shit person. Like, and even all that, this man won all the money and did nothing for a whole year. He left that little boy in that shit for a whole year. He didn't tell the Sang-woo's mom that she died for a whole year. He just widowed and self doubt like for a whole year, bro. He did nothing. And it's kind of like,
I find that part of the show more redeeming because it shows that he really cared about like what he did. Like, you could try to see that he's guilty about what he did, and in the ending of him going back, it kind of confirms that, like, he's like, yo, like, I gotta fix the wrongs that I've done. I don't know how he's gonna do it by going back into the game, but
what I feel like people aren't really understanding is that, one, he didn't do anything wrong. Did he kill anybody in that game?
No.
He like the only thing that he did wrong was really to his family, like of him, his daughter and his mom. Like he left them to make money. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's no good outcome of you either spending a year of doing nothing when you have billions in your account when you can help people.
Yeah.
Choosing not to do that, I feel like that makes you a shit character. That makes you shit. Like you went through all that and you.
I don't think so, because going through like an event like that, bro. That shit can traumatize you to the point where like you're like, yo, I don't even want this fucking money no more. Like this is dirty money. Like this money is like not worth everything that I did. You know what I mean? And then to find out that you come back to your mom being dead, which is who you were doing, which was one of the reasons why you were going into that event to get the money for. It's like, damn, it's like, yo, all the time I was trying to save my mom, and then when I tried to save her, bro, and I have the money to save her, she's gone.
But that's the thing. Not only was that one of the focuses, but it was also his daughter.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you waited a whole year to even talk to your daughter or do anything? I can't have remorse for a character who, like, I feel like as men you can't just sit in self-whittle and self-pity. You have to do something. And the fact that he had all that money, you're telling me you couldn't go to the police, be like, yo, I have money. Could prove that the Squid Games is real. Like he literally did nothing. Like nothing. The little boy waiting for his sister for over a year.
Yeah.
He's sitting there like, where the fuck's my sister?
Yeah.
Even after he saves the little boy, he doesn't tell the little boy that the sister's gone.
Yeah.
Just puts the little boy in with the Sang-woo's mom, and still didn't tell Sang-woo's mom that.
That's one of the things. Character, he's a coward, bro. At the end of the day, like they don't try to hide the fact that he's a coward, like, and like even one wrong thing he did was what he did with the old man, like. When the old man was acting like he was like, it shows you that like he at the end of the day he's still like human, he's still like kind of selfish. I think a lot of us, like, when it comes down to being a scenario like that, a lot of people will cower out in certain aspects of life. So like, I feel like with that, the reason why I wasn't too mad about that is because like he went through like a really really traumatizing situation, and you don't really know how you would react in that situation unless you're put through that situation yourself. I think personally though, if I actually won that, I would at least send money to my family. That's what I would at least do. But I would definitely be depressed. But nigga, I would definitely be living in a comfortable house after everything I gone through.
Then it's like at the end of the day, it's like, how long is like I feel like how long do you wait until it's too late? Like. You did all that. A year goes by. Your daughter is living in America, or whatever, and you're about to go see her.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Fuck it, I'm about to do something now." A year.
Yeah.
So you're about to make your daughter even wait even longer.
Longer. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like, how can I? For you, I feel like this show would have been better if there was no main character.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he's the main character, we're supposed to be rooting for him, and I wasn't. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like there was nothing for me to be like other than him being good to the old man. Yeah, that's a good personality trait. But other than that, there was nothing for me to be like, yo, I want to see this nigga win. Like nothing. Yeah. There was nothing. So me watching the whole show, I'm just like, okay, I know he's not gonna die. I know he's gonna. I don't know. For watching the show, I wasn't like, could multiple people win? Could like a group of people win? Like I didn't know if it. I didn't know it was gonna end on one person has to win.
Yeah.
So watching the show, I was just like, okay, he won. Let's go. He won. He got the money. Let's see what he does. Oh damn, his mom died. Damn, that's crazy. Let's see if he does something. Goes to the police. Starts his own business. Just something. Just at what point do you wait till like everything's done with? Like you waited so long. I feel like something could have been done in between that.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's one of those scenarios where I think just guilt got the better of him.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of fun that you say about the daughter situation because a lot of people were saying that like, yo, that's fucked up. Like he was gonna go see his daughter, he just turned around. It's like like LeBron. It's kind of funny because LeBron James was mad about that ending too. He's like, he should have went to go see his daughter. Like,
and on top of that, I didn't the red hair.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I was like, yo, what is good with you?
Like,
I don't know.
I was like the ending. I was just so confused. I was like, oh, okay, so we found out the old man was capping. So that sentimental part of the show was gone. Cause I didn't care about the Indian nigga. That nigga took an L. That nigga was goofy.
I felt bad for him.
No,
I felt bad for him, and I was tight. I was like,
no.
So you mean to tell me you're gonna give all the chips to one person, bro? Why don't you take at least half of them? And be like,
how do you feel bad for somebody like that? How? Put in that situation, would you follow that same steps?
No, I would not. I would even honestly, I would have even believed the guy from the jump. Like I would even believe.
Like what, bro? Nigga said, oh, so if we go after the other niggas, I was like, nigga, shut the fuck up, take that. And then the nigga tried to beat his ass earlier. You said you cheated. I know you cheated. Like, oh, bro, I don't feel bad for that nigga. That nigga took an L. Hold that L. If anything, I feel bad for the chick because the glass caused her to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel bad for the chick, if anything. But I'm not feeling bad for that Indian nigga. That nigga took it out.
The show's so weird too because they have a good way with like making a character interesting, and then like you find out more about the character, and then they become uninteresting. They're like, all right, so this character, like you know that the other girl with the nose ring, I think she has. They made it seem like she was gonna be like some like genius or something like that with the whole show. Mm-hmm. Remember how like they kind of foreshadowed like the tug of war games, and she pulled the girl's hair, and then she was like playing around with the hair.
Yeah.
They were making it seem like she was gonna be like, all right, like she was coming off as confident and everything. It's like, all right, she's about to be an interesting, like unique character. Like they made it seem like she was gonna be something more to the show than actually was. But she was basically like a person that made the other girl open up. Basically, that was her purpose.
Pretty much another person.
Yeah,
I feel like that's why it's like at the same time, I don't know if this show would have benefited with not having any main characters and being a little bit longer, so if now that we have characters that we care about, we can actually care for them longer. Like, you know what I mean? Like you instantly care about a character, and then like there's not enough space for you to care about their death. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like except for obviously the final three, like other than the final three, everybody else I didn't give a fuck about, like at all, 0%. Like
I feel like the saddest part of the show for me was the last game, because the last game, the Squid Game, because as soon as I seen the Squid Game, I thought of like the first episode where they're like little kids and they're playing together. And that gave me the ass, was like, damn, these are like two friends and now they're trying to kill each other. And then when one friend is trying to say fuck the money, like, okay, I'd rather have my friend still alive to get all this money. It was like, damn, bro, like this dude just killed and took his own life. Now gonna go back. Now he's gonna go back to the guy's mom. He's not gonna even know what to say to her. You know
I mean? I get why he did that, just because like he went too far.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no coming back from that. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I know in their culture, it's taken serious. Like, it's like I'd rather take my own life to make sure like shit is going good, or at least take, like, that's why I'm pretty sure he said like, yo, take care of my mom or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
and he knows that he's gonna take care of his mom. I feel like throughout the whole show, like when he died, like even before he was gonna die, he's like, yo, I know, like you're the. He even said he's like, you're the type of person, bro. Like you'll change your mind when we're so close. Like, he even said that to him.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why he said that's why I killed the girl. Like you're the type, like yo, like I had to do it. Like we can't end the game, because at the end of the day, it's like we're here for the money.
All those people died. They would have died for no reason, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
If anything, the only person that I really actually cared, like I felt bad for, that wasn't the main character, was the dude who took his life because he killed his wife. Like, you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, yo, damn. Of course, you're gonna be partners with your wife, and then the fact that they turned it on them was like. But it's like at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm pretty sure she sacrificed her life thinking that you were gonna make it. So
Yeah.
killing yourself is just kind of fucked up. Like,
Fucked up. Yeah.
but yeah, overall, I think the series was really good. I don't think the ending stood up to the hype of the show. And all the questions leading up to it. I'm honestly, I don't care enough to watch another season of it. Like, I feel like I got everything all the underlying tones and all the questions. I feel like I got asked. I got told the rich being the rich, fucking over the poor. Like, I get it. Like, unless this thing is about to turn into Batman and fuck up all these niggas, like, I don't know what he's gonna do. Like, you know, I don't know. But I do, yeah, I agree with you. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Honestly, I personally think people should be watching Alice in Borderland. So that's just me. I like that show better.
Okay. Why?
The reason why I like that show better is because, like, people don't have a choice. Like, it's like it's one of those shows where, like, people don't have a choice to be in the game or not be in the game. It's like they're trapped on this whole different. You don't even know where they're at. Honestly, it's like they're in Tokyo, but they're not in Tokyo, and they're trapped playing these games. And you have to play a game within a certain amount of time, or you die. And the reason why I like it is because there's more mystery into it, and you're trying to figure out who's like the leader of this whole game, and how the characters are gonna escape, and how do you actually win the game? Because I think more than one person can actually win the game. So, like, there's a lot of like team building, and you get to know about more of the characters more and stuff like that. Whereas this one, everyone's kind of isolated away from each other because they can't trust anyone.
I hear you. I do think one of the reasons why this show is more not more popular, but gathered a bigger audience is because they did have a choice.
Yeah,
like they had a choice. They all got like sent home, and they were like, "Bro, look at the life I'm living. Like, I'd rather go back." Which honestly, I'd agree. If I was in that shitty situation, I was like, dying on the streets versus dying to almost like save my family. I'd probably do the same thing.
I probably wouldn't have gone back. It depends on the scenario. Like, if it's like, damn, like, I really need this money to save like my whole family and niggas are dying and shit. Like, of course, I probably might consider going back. But at the end of the day, I just look at the odds, and I don't think I'm Superman or anything. So I just I try to be realistic. I'm like, odds are I'm probably gonna die in this scenario, and my family's still gonna be fucked up anyway.
Still wondering like, yo, where's this nigga at?
Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, man, yeah, I probably wouldn't have gone into that.
I would have to know what the games are. Like, I would have to know, you know what I mean? Just something, because going in blind like that is tough.
One character who I feel like didn't really need to necessarily go into that game, bro, is the girl. She had no reason to go into that game. I mean, sure, her little brother's in foster care or shit like that, but like, she could work on building up her life on her own. She's not in the crazy debt or anything.
I know, and the fact that she came up on the main character's bread, like, so she really came up on that nigga's bread, like. But yeah, it was a great show. But yeah, I recommend anybody who's watching this and you to watch Parasite. Parasite is really fucking good. Like, and I think it portrays this because the thing about shows that talk about society, you can't really just be like, yo, the rich is evil and the poor is good, or like, you know what I mean? The fact that there's a line that people either go cross it or they stand on that line, I feel like that makes it more relatable, because anybody could be good, anybody could be bad. Like, there's no good and evil in the real world. Like, there's just people in situations.
Yeah.
But it's like, what are you willing to do to get out of that situation?
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucked with it. It was good. But I just want to see after one of the good things I did like enjoy out of this. I want to see like the internet blowing up over this. I want to see what comes from it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next show that's gonna be going viral? What's the next show? Are more Americans gonna watch more shows like this and like shit like that? Because I know the creator. He said he had Squid Games under his pocket for years now. Like
I think he said like 2019.
Yeah, he's been trying to sell it for a while, and people just refuse to buy it. So
Yeah.
I want to see what comes out of this situation. The fact that how viral it went. I want to see what comes out of it because I think pretty much all three of the main characters on the show have become full-on celebrities now.
Yeah.
Like all of them have millions and millions of followers on Insta and shit, bro. Mm-hmm. So I want to see what comes out of this. All right, so
glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring status, elegance, and prestige. Their brilliance makes